Tonight we begin with a development that U.S. defense officials had feared, tracked, and quietly prepared for. A decision that unfolded not over weeks or months, but in minutes. Minutes that triggered NORAD alerts. Minutes that sent U.S. fighter jets scrambling into the air. Minutes that forced Washington to treat the moment as real, not rhetorical. That we won a day. What Vladimir Putin did today crossed a line that U.S. and NATO leaders had hoped would hold. And when that line broke, NORAD did not hesitate. They responded with speed, precision, and force. That we won a day. For weeks now, there had been signals, not official statements, not formal announcements, just signals that the Kremlin was preparing something unusually escalatory. Putin has been provocative, yes, but he has also been methodical in his provocations. That we won a day. His moves follow a certain pattern, a rhythm, almost a ritual. But what set off alarm bells in Washington and Ottawa this time was that the pattern went silent. That we won a day. Experts who monitor Russian strategic forces know the indicators. The communications traffic, the command and control activity, the movement of nuclear-linked assets, the sudden absence of noise. That we won a day. All of that went quiet. And whenever Putin goes quiet, it means something is about to get loud. That we won a day. Early this morning, NORAD and U.S. Strategic Command detected what they described as abnormal nuclear command signaling, including activation of systems that had not been exercised in over a year. That we won a day. These are the kinds of moves Russia only deploys when signaling something very specific: deterrence, coercion, or preparation. That we won a day. Observers didn't know which category this fell into or whether it fell into all three at once. But what they did know was that Russia was changing its strategic posture. That we won a day. And when a nuclear-armed state shifts posture without explanation, even slightly, NORAD pays attention. That we won a day. The warning issued by NORAD tonight was not normal. It was not routine. It was not symbolic. It was urgent. That we won a day. Defense sources after emergency briefings described Putin's move as escalatory, unpredictable, and most importantly, operationally credible, meaning it required action. That we won a day. NORAD did not hesitate. Within minutes of the trigger event, U.S. and Canadian fighter jets scrambled. These weren't routine patrols. These were interceptor aircraft used when preparing to defend North American airspace under extreme scenarios. That we won a day. Tonight, Pentagon officials confirmed that NORAD launched coordinated air defense operations across the northern approaches. Aircraft were positioned to monitor strategic corridors, including routes long associated with Russian long-range bombers. That we won a day. The response came before Russia could escalate further. They didn't target cities. They didn't provoke confrontation. They targeted capability. That we won a day. In other words, NORAD moved to neutralize the delivery pathways, not the rhetoric. This is what made the warning so urgent. Putin's move wasn't symbolic, it was actionable. That we won a day. And NORAD responded not recklessly, not impulsively, but strategically. That we won a day. Here's where the story becomes more intense. Analysts now believe Putin's move was designed to test NATO's resolve after months of political division. He wanted to see hesitation. That we won a day. Instead, he got speed. NORAD's response was so disciplined, so immediate, that Moscow noticed you don't get Putin's attention easily. But today, NORAD did. That we won a day. As reports continued throughout the day, we learned more. A U.S. Air Force interceptors carried out forward deployments. Canadian forces increased Arctic monitoring. Eased naval assets adjusted posture in coordination. That we won a day. This wasn't signaling. This was integrated deterrence. And deterrence is the one thing Russia has struggled to counter since the war began. That we won a day. Putin thought the West was divided. He thought attention had drifted. He thought escalation fatigue had set in. That we won a day. Tonight proves otherwise. That we want a day. This moment is dangerous because it comes as Putin faces internal pressure, battlefield setbacks, and economic strain. Leaders under pressure don't escalate from strength. They escalate from vulnerability. That we want a day. NORAD's statement, now public, made clear it would not allow miscalculation. In Pentagon language, this meant, don't try it. That we want a day. Tonight, Russia is quiet. Too quiet. And when Putin is quiet, he's calculating. That we want a day. But tonight he learned 3 things. NORAD is watching. NORAD is ready, and escalation will be met immediately.